What time is it? It's journey time, and time for another creative journey using Stampin' Up products. Hello, my name is Kathy Haynes, and today we're going to make a quick little buckle card. Now this is a modified version of the buckle card. The original uses a slot punch, and it's a little more difficult. This is very, very simple. So I hope you enjoy it. We're going to be using the bird out of the Happy Holidays bundle in the new mini catalog, which is out until January, I believe, till the end of December, July through December. And so if you don't have this, pop onto my site. It'll be in a link in the description, and look for the mini catalog. If you contact me, then I will definitely get one out to you. But we're going to be using the Happy Holidays. Let me find that for you real quick. There it is. So isn't that adorable? I don't have the set with me. It's in the other room. So we made a Christmas card. You might want to look for it. It's a black ice technique. And so we made a really cute Christmas card, slimline, just a few weeks ago. But this time I have a demonstrator swap this week, and the theme was fall, so I thought this would kind of work with fall. The paper that I'm using, the designer series paper, is out of the new What a Peach bundle, and I haven't got my stamps yet. They're coming, I think, Thursday, so I thought I'd just use some of the designer series paper. Kind of gave that fall feeling. And also I'm using this really cute branch die out of the Iconic dies. Now the Iconic dies are not a stamp and die bundle. They're simply dies, and they're in the back of the catalog. And we made the mushroom card, and you can look that up on my YouTube channel by liking and subscribing. And then also, if you want to get notified every time I do a video, please hit the notification bell. So you can check out my studio there. The link will also be below. So let's go ahead and get started on this. The first thing we're going to do is we're starting with an 8.5 by 4 1/4 piece of cardstock. Okay, and this is the new soft succulent. You can tell it's one of my colors I love. And this card is scored at 5.5. So the card in itself is actually this A2 size. So that is the base of my card. And the first thing we're going to do is I took some gold foil sheets and I cut out 2 pieces using the rectangle stitch dies. And these are these pieces here. So I'm going to have one in the background and one up front. So I'm going to adhere my designer series paper right to the front of this. Now Tombow I usually use, but today I've been making such a mess, I thought I'd better stick to good old tape. And I'm going to put that right in the center. Now the second piece, I'm going to take the band. And this is the band, or it will be eventually. And I have scored it, and all the dimensions will be down below in the description, but I have scored it at a 1/2 inch. And this time I am going to use glue because I do want a really tight fit. So I'm going to, come on, I think I'm almost out. I may have to open a new one. Put a bunch of glue there. And then what I want to do is hold it up. See, I've got it bent in the L shape. And then put this piece right, try to center it right in the middle between these two sides. Okay. And then fold it over and put it aside to dry. All right, then I'm going to take this piece that we put the DSP on, and I'm going to put some glue on the back, glue or adhesive, whichever you prefer. I prefer glue because it gives you wiggle room. I've just been so messy. Look at my hands today. So I'm going to go ahead and put this right here on the front of the card. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and open it up. We're going to take the piece that we let dry, turn it over, and put glue. You're going to see how easy this card is right here on the back. Paying attention to that part right there. All right. Then with the flag or the buckle out that way, I want to center this right there on this side of the card, making sure my margins are good. Okay. The other problem is working with foil is you get glue on your hands and it gets on the foil. So that's one thing to be aware of. You might want to use tape instead if you're messy like me. The next thing I'm going to do is I have a piece of basic white cardstock, and I haven't stamped a sentiment in it because I don't know what sentiment I want to put on this one. So you can go ahead and stamp whichever one you want, but I'm going to line that up right there. And the trick to this is to make sure that the top and the bottom lines are exact so that it doesn't, the focal point stays. All right. Now, I've already cut a piece of this designer paper is out of the Artistically Inked set with all the beautiful alcohol ink looks. And I'm going to put this right here. Now, I've cut this one a little bit short, so I'm just going to snip it off. I use longer scissors. Actually, cut it a little bit short. I cut it a little bit long because I want it to line up right with the side, but I want it to be. So I want to cut it right there, just about 1/8 of an inch off. Okay. I'm simply going to cut it right like that. Okay. Now I'm going to use tape runner so I don't get glue on everything, and run it down both sides. Right. And go ahead and stick this right here. So I'm lining it up right with the edge of the gold here, and then on over. And there's my belt buckle. Now we have to work on the bird and the pop-up piece. So let me show you how we do that. Now the trick to this is that you have to use either cut down your dimensional or use the mini dimensionals, and you want to put 4 of them right close to the edge, and they have to be exactly up and down from each other. Okay, see how close to the edge I'm putting these? All right. Okay. Then I'm going to pull these off. Now this is the trick. Pull these off. This one didn't come off. Okay, watch this. Okay. So now I want to lay this open and lay my tag right between the two, so I know that I've made enough room. Then I'm going to close the door, bring it over here. Don't lay it down yet. Keeping it in between, you want to slide it over. Do you see how I'm sliding it so that this is centered on this piece? Once I know it's centered, I'm going to push and then pull that out. So this has to stay free. That's our buckle. All right, so there's the buckle card. That's the mechanism. And then 2 more things. I've already die cut. This is the bird from the Happy Holidays. And I'm just going to pop him up. I've already die cut him. I've already fussy cut him and colored him. I use soft succulent. I use the light and the dark. And then I use the pale papaya. That's a new color. And then for the beak, I used crumb cake. Now, one thing I like to do is just take a black or dark gray and just go around the edges of anything I've die cut so that any white pieces, you know, especially in intricate places, are colored so you don't look like you have a choppy edge. This one's not so bad, but sometimes you do it and you've got a lot of white pieces. So I just did that to kind of make it stand out. Now I'm going to add regular size dimensionals and pop my little bird up. I'm going to use 2. Okay, put him right about there. Isn't he adorable? All right. And then using the branches from the Iconic Dies, I started with just white and I sponged some color on there. So let me show you kind of quick how I did it. Here's my brown side, and I like to do it on window sheets. I say that in every video because otherwise you lose some of the color. So I'm going to use my soft succulent and ink it up so the color won't absorb into the paper that's below you. It's going to stay on the non-porous surface, and you're going to be able to get more color out of, more color for your bang for your buck, or however that goes. So I'm just going to do the edges. Now this is a fall card. The demonstrator swap is a fall swap. So if my leaves are brown at the end a little bit, that is okay. Then I'm going to take crumb cake and see how delicate this is, and that's why I love these blending brushes. If I was trying to sponge this on, I would definitely tear some of it. Whoops, I'm on green. Let's go down to the brown. Okay, and I don't care if I get a little bit of brown on these greens. Now, if I was doing this for another project, I would take more care and only do like the very edge, you know, tip. But I don't mind if the leaves are a little bit brown. All the leaves are brown. Okay, there you go. It is fall, but I live in Southern California, and it is 93 degrees outside. So let me know what the weather is on your side of town. Now you could do this underneath or above, whichever way you want to do it. So I'll put it underneath, and all I'm going to do is add, I want to just glue it to it. I want to glue it to it. I do have a round to it. Does anybody of you have a round to it? And I'm not going to put glue everywhere. I just want it to stick. And I think I'll put it underneath and out. So looks like she's standing on it. What do you think? Isn't that adorable? So this is a quick, simple, I'm going to put that in the notes, simple buckle fold card. Like I said, I had a friend, I have another video out, and I gave her kudos and showed her card that she sent me that gave me the idea, and I went with it. And what do you think? Okay, well, thank you for joining me on another creative journey. My name is Kathy Haynes. I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave a comment below and like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of all my upcoming videos. And I have about 3 coming out in the next week or so. Again, Kathy Haynes with journeytime.stampinup.net. Have a good day.